to Wildcat Day, second annual Wildcat Day, sponsored by the Oak Ridge Quarterback Club. So glad that you are here. Tonight we're going to celebrate Oak Ridge football, and it's an exciting evening. Did everybody get enough hot dogs? Enough food? Food and football, can it get any better than that? I'm just asking.
We love Oak Ridge. 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 We love Oak Ridge.
On behalf of the Oak Ridge City Council, the people of Oak Ridge, I'm here to welcome you to Oak Ridge Day, Football Day, Wildcat Day in the city of Oak Ridge. Guys, there's a lot of things that this community's proud of. We've got a great playhouse. The communities come together many times around sporting events. And Wildcats, you're it. Come this next weekend, I want to see the stands full of all kinds of people who support the Wildcats. So we look for a great season. It's been good to our community for many, many years, and we know this year will be just as good as the rest. So, Coach, short and sweet, you take it from there. Thank you all. Go Wildcats!
I want to thank everyone for being here, and I'm going to issue a challenge to you. It's not the Ice Bucket Challenge. If you want to see that from me, you'll have to come to the board meeting on Monday night. But the challenge is this. These young men, these young ladies, these coaches, and everyone put hours and hours into what they do to make it a perfect product. Besides that, they also have to do what's required of them in the classroom and in the community. So I'm going to challenge each of you for Friday night and all the other Friday nights to bring someone to Blankenship Field that hasn't been there in a long time. It could be a neighbor, a friend, or even somebody you don't know. Say, hey, let's go to the ball game and support these young men and young women in what they do. So that's your challenge. Let's fill Blankenship Field every Friday night that the Wildcats are there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. There's not much I can say after those first three speakers, but I do want to thank, as Mr. Fallhour said, all of the hours that are put in. I want to thank the parents, relatives, all the supporters, because it takes that at home to make sure these guys and gals are getting to practice. So thank you. And like Mr. Fallhour said, not only a challenge to get out to Blankenship, but all year long. Please join me, join all of us, get to as many activities as you can. The kids work hard, and please get out there and support them. I'd be remiss if I not only thank the football team, but let's hear it for the cheerleaders again and our wonderful band over here.
The Wildcats. The cheerleaders again for coming out. We really appreciate the great atmosphere that the two groups have created for us. I want to thank the quarterback club. I'm not going to try to name everybody, but President Lynn Hart, wherever you are, Lynn, and a special thank you to Bruce Phillips, who really put this event together. The second one is every bit as good as the first. We really appreciate this evening. I want our coaches. Coaches, come on up here on the blacktop here. Let me introduce the coaches. Also want to thank Michael Spurko with the band. Michael Spurko. Okay, coaching staff. I'm not going to introduce them in any particular order, certainly not the way they're standing. I've got them written down right here. Our MC, of course, defensive line coach Phil Thompson. What's really great about this staff, and I think I mentioned it last year, is so many of these guys played right here at Oak Ridge High School, and it means a lot for them to come back and coach. I had the pleasure of coaching the next one, Jeff Miner, inside linebackers and defensive coordinator. The next coach on our staff also played at Oak Ridge High School. I did not get to coach him. He played after I left. Outside linebacker coach Justin Pace. All right, the next coach on my list, I also had the good pleasure of coaching him. in 1988, my first year here, the first time around, our cornerback coach, John Spratlin. Unfortunately, I missed out on coaching the next one, but this is another Oak Ridge High School and Oak Ridge Wildcat player, our safeties coach, James Mitchell. Also, I want to introduce our special teams coach, our punters coach, and our place kickers coach. This coach has actually been coaching at Oak Ridge High School even before we had a football team here back in the early 40s, Barry Saunders. Obviously that's not true, but Barry's back with us. We're glad. He was here the first time I was here. Our next coach is not from here, but he's like me. It's home to him. He's coached with me for about 20 years. Our offensive line coach, Jim Younger. All right, another coach. I won't say his age, but he coached Coach Saunders at some point. The dean of the coaching staff, our tight end coach, Winston Russell. Okay, another Oak Ridge High School product. He was a one that I had the good fortune of coaching when I got here in 1988. Our wide receivers coach, Quayu Graham. Another Oak Ridge High School product, and also an Oak Ridge Wildcat who was on the team also in 1988 when I arrived, our running backs coach, Tobrin Tillman. And another coach, he's not from here, but he's been with me, I believe, 12 of the last 13 years, our quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, Brian Wyatt. And he's not down here, but let me, special thanks to our athletic director, Mike Mullins. Mike, raise your hand down there, Mike. Thank you. Okay, this football game worse than I want to breathe. And hopefully we'll have a good week of practice and get that done. One last thing, and I truly mean this, and I don't want to overdo this, but I say it every time I get a microphone or I'm in front of a television, and I know people are probably tired of hearing it, but they're going to hear it as long as I'm around. One of the reasons why I'm so thankful to be here is because, and I know what's happened locally in the Knoxville area the last 10 or 15 years. Everybody knows how great certain teams have been. Nobody can say and will ever be able to say that they've done what we've done all the way stretching back to the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and in 2005 we were just a hiccup away. We have the greatest, strongest football tradition in the state of Tennessee, second to none, and nobody's even close to us. I love this place. We have got to win this football game Friday night. We'll need all of your help. I can't wait to put on the Cardinal to Gray uniforms and lead these guys down to battle against Farragut 7:30 Friday night. Thank you very much for coming.